Every camper, RV, stealth van, whatever, needs one of these. And to be frank, if you don't have one, you're kind of living on the edge. Last year in 2024, there were 850,000 reports of stolen vehicles, including vans. And in the UK, there was 35,000 thefts from vans. That's a lot. Which is why I made it a priority to have a security system in my van, a CCTV, which is going to record 24/7 and catch anything that might be sketchy around the van. And it's not just that. If a theft knows that you're recording 24/7, they will most likely avoid the van to break in. But there's other benefits to this as well. All this work being put into the van, all the money, time, effort. If you have a van, an RV, or whatever, probably spend a lot of money on it. You don't want it stolen. So today, I'm going to show you how to install this system. It's pretty easy. It's a 12-volt system. Before I get to the other extremely important reason why I wanted this, let's go ahead and install the screen. So here's the wiring. You have ground, you have accessory, then you have power. Then you have trigger wires for the backup camera, left and right blinker, which I'm not going to be using today. But if you wanted to use this, you can splice them into the blinker lights as well as the reverse light. So these are the wires I'll be using today. Now we got an adjustable stand. Just going to plug in the wiring loom. And now we need to wire this up. This is where it's going to wire up to in my van. However, if you don't have a house battery setup and you just have the car battery, you'd want to wire it just the exact same way that you would with the dash cam, which I'll link down below for your convenience. I'm not going to do in this video because I want it on 24/7 without it draining my van battery. I'll be using 18 gauge wire to wire this up. And this is my fuse panel for the van. I have one 20 volt up here and 12 volt down here, and all the power is turned off right now. So I'm gonna lead the wire into this box here and lead it to the front of the cabin because that is where the screen is gonna be at all times. And it'll be following the same route as my alternator charging wires right here. But instead of going into the battery directly, I'm going up and around into the middle of my dash. It'll be hiding right behind my dash, just like so, and it'll be clean install. And there's all kinds of ways you can wire this up, but this is just the way I'm doing it. So these are terminal connectors. Basically, you just plug them in. We're going to grab the ground, put it in, just like so, and scrunch it. Ta-da! Do the same thing for these two. I will be tying these together because, like I said, I want the power to be on 24/7. So we got the accessory and the B positive tied together, just like so. I'm going to do the same thing right here. So we have these two connectors ready to go. Now grab our power wires, which is not connected to any power right now, and do the same thing, but the opposite connector. All right. Now we're gonna, to make it a bit more of a, look like a professional job, we're going to grab some sheathing. Now so they make sure they don't contact each other, we're gonna sheathe them both separately. And check that out, looks pretty dang professional, doesn't it? We want to go ahead and grab the larger one, go around him, and with this one. Now we're gonna heat gun this together. And that looks pretty acceptable to me. So the 12 volt system is getting power, but the power is turned off, all the wires plugged in. Now we have the positive and the negative. We will separate these, just like so. Strip them. Put the positive on the positive. Okay, one positive on. Then we can bring the negative to the negative terminal. Now we need to install a fuse, and I'm going to go ahead and install a 5 amp fuse. Now, when I turn on this power, that thing should turn on. There you go. That means I wired it up correctly. Now, we need to wire up all of these cameras. So the box comes with 4 of these cameras here. And 4 sets of wires, 3 decently long ones, and then 1 extremely long one. As you can tell, it's still raveled up and goes to the end of the van, probably 15, maybe 20 feet. It probably said, well, let me find out. Let me show you, let me look at it. 49.2 feet is how long that one is. And all the other ones are 16.4 feet. So I'm gonna put the rear one right up here where the original reverse camera is. I'm gonna put it probably here or here. Okay, it'll be something like that. Oh yeah, I can sneak it right there. That's perfect, perfect. And then from there, I can put it through here. Oh, look at that. Just pull it in from the inside of the Ram ProMaster. And like these holes are so big, I can, not with my watch on, but put my hand through there and grab it. Not saying I got tiny hands, but you know, it's a positive to have not huge hands, I guess. Ta-da. All right, that is just dandy, ain't it? Oh, that fits so perfect. Oh my goodness. We can go ahead and make this hole slightly bigger. Glass is recommended when you do that. Some self-tappers. I'm looking at the camera up front right now. See, I'm gonna twist this up and down, and you see that way up there. Perfect. There you have it. Now I need to wire this up. Go from the front to the back. Already wrapped around. All right, check it out. So I'm doing these mirrors now. I have it fed through the door. I'm putting it on here. I'm looking at the camera while I'm putting it on here, all right? That's what you gotta do. This is what it looks like. I got the camera. I put it in the spot right there. I'm adjusting it, looking through the window. See that? That's how I'm doing it. One of these. So pull this too. And we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna put it right through here. That'll pull it tight so it will wrap around this mirror pretty nicely here. Now you could put it through the gland. I'm not gonna do that. Not really a big deal in my opinion. I'm just gonna put it through here. I'm gonna hide this right inside this gasket here. It sinks in just like that, which is super nice. I'm gonna sink all the wire in there. So I was gonna clean up all this wiring, but I met a new little friend here. You gotta have a little dead froggy friend. Oh yeah, so cute. You gotta have him on your dash, like a little bobblehead. This is probably the frog I kept taking out of my van and kept trying to save, but you know. Rest in peace, Jimmy. Long live Jimmy. Now we gotta clean up all this wiring, and I'm basically gonna stuff it in all the corners. Actually, I just realized that putting it all inside of here, underneath the glove compartment, is gonna be the best bet. I've done it a couple times. So I cleaned up all the wires, took them off the dash, put them down this way, and I'm stuffing them right above the strut side of here. I organized all the wires together, and then I put them all together in one big clump, and this is where it's gonna live. Don't be like me, guys. Put it in the way of the dang door. Much better. It's pretty cool that the camera's not even all that noticeable. I mean, I want it to be there, but I want it insanely noticeable. And then that one just looks like a backup camera. Pretty dang solid. Now that looks like a stealth camper. So when it's dark outside and you can't see anything, and someone is creeping up, you can see them. They're right there. The creeper. There's the creeper. Anyways, that's how you install one of those. All links down below for your convenience. It's pretty cool. I think it's a necessity for every person camping in a vehicle. I don't know why people don't do it. It's really not that hard to install. So yeah, that's that. This is Chris. Always appreciate and respect to another. See you next time.